Okay guys, I want to show you some updates we have since we just dropped the release of the version 0.8 of Trinity. It's one of the bigger releases that we had, heavily impacting the user interface and some core functionality and user experience as well. What you're seeing on the screen is the new grid view of the dashboard. And I'm quite happy with this one. It's very convenient to use and visually arrange, because you can make your agents into any sort of org structure over here and move them around and they will stick in place. You can zoom in, zoom out and create various groups of the agents. And also they have this new analytics view that indicates the activity depending on the type of activity, whether it's, again, scheduled executions or MCP calls or public executions, whatever it is. You, of course, have context consumption, success rate, and some control over the autonomy level of the agent itself. So again, see, this is our actual real production system, and I have this one as an orchestrator, so I put it on top, and Cornelius as a brain, so I put it next to it, and overall that's the interface that we have. Reminder, this was the old one. I still keep it here for some people who may be using that, but honestly this is probably going to be dropped in the next release. And the grid view is going to become the main interface for us. Okay, let's move on. I want to dive into Cornelius specifically because this release was significantly about Cornelius integration into the system. So if you are not familiar, Cornelius is an agent that is based on the knowledge base. And this knowledge base can be knowledge base of your company knowledge or your personal knowledge base or actually any other sort of that. And the agent is acting out of this knowledge base as if its own brain. And I have a whole separate set of videos about Cornelius. But essentially, this is the brain of the operation that sits in the middle of everything and has a pretty sophisticated way of managing the knowledge, maintaining it, reconciling it, etc., etc. So we integrated it tighter into this Trinity instances in a few ways. First of all, when you install a new Trinity instance, you will by default get an instance of Cornelius agent inside of it. It will be based on this repository, and there's plenty to read and learn, so feel free to dive in there. And the second, we also created this brain orb functionality, which I talked about in some separate videos over here. But this essentially is a new interface to see and manage your knowledge base and work with that. And in this case, when this is a sort of autonomous version of this agent that is running and thinking autonomously, I can review the convergent thinking topics, I can review the tensions, I can review various hubs within the knowledge base. All right, that's enough about Cornelius. There are some other updates on the user interface. So this overview tab, we facelifted it a little bit and added things like schedule performance. So by schedule, measuring, how well it performs on average, as well as some nice charts over here and recent activity and that kind of stuff. Then on the chat tab, we actually combined the chat and session tab, and now there's just two different modes of conversation. One is the session mode and one is the chat mode. Session mode essentially is identical to the conversation with Claude Code agent directly in your terminal. And the chat mode is just message exchange. There's also this brain tab, again, related to this orb, which is where you can configure the post voice session executions if you have access to voice sessions. Then we had a bunch of good improvements on the looping functionality. They're not on the user interface, but they're actually in the guardrails. So we now allow cost, budget, deadline, doom loop detection for the loop guardrails. And that was significantly beefed up. So looping functionality is pretty mature, and feel free to read more details in the documentation. And reminder, documentation is, as always, is docs ability AI. It still shows 0.7 old version. I haven't updated it. I will update it just in a few minutes. And yeah, so looping functionality is also quite heavily updated over here. The next thing is this access tab. So the access tab is the internal operator access management to a given agent. So there's obviously an access management to the whole system, and then there's an access management of the operators within Ability who have access to this particular agent. And then there is sharing tab, and the sharing tab is specifically about public sharing. So basically sharing your agent with external users, with maybe your clients, maybe your employees. I want to show you on the Corbin example, because Corbin right now is integrated with both Slack and Telegram, and I'm using that from those locations. So what we did is, obviously, we facelifted a little bit this sharing tab and made it a little more appealing, added an ability to configure the chat model that to be used for the public chat specifically with some additional instructions, allowed a better kind of configuration UI for the specific endpoints, enabled file sharing, and also enabled voice mode over here, or voice replies, allowing agents to send responses in voice in Slack and in Telegram, which is quite convenient sometimes. Now, if we go further over here, we have, permissions are permissions, they're the same, but if we go to settings, we have a bit more view here with some guardrails, parallel capacity, and then we have a separate section for exposing this agent via MCP. And the difference is that if this flag is enabled, then this specific agent will have its own MCP method within the general Trinity MCP. And that's convenient in some cases, especially if you want to connect this agent to other tools like regular Claude or something, or other agents that would be using that exclusively through the MCP server. Another interesting piece of functionality that we just started developing over here is reports. And this reporting functionality is basically, there is an MCP tool that is in the Trinity MCP that agents can use to create custom reports. And on top of that, you can create playbooks and skills that are packaging, some particular types of the reports. But, the freedom is pretty wide, so it can create any sort of reports that are displayable over here. In the next releases, we're going to add a capability to download them and to do some more stuff with that. But essentially, the idea is that agents can now do reporting in a standardized fashion. I want to pay small attention to updates on the schedule stuff as well, because this one is quite important. If you didn't know that we have an ability to enable webhooks for calling specific playbooks within the schedules. So basically calling a schedule from external application via the webhook, triggering it externally. You just go to schedule stop and then you enable a webhook for a specific schedule. And we did that intentionally to associate it with schedules rather than with something else. And that basically will trigger the execution, and you will see this, of course, on your timeline execution. We also had quite a lot of updates that are related to reliability in things like effect idempotency and recovery traces and circuit breaker recoveries. So a lot of the stuff that is kind of going on the backend and makes it more reliable as an orchestration tool and as a runtime, but I'm not going to dive much into those. We also had some improvements around security. So there you go, release 0.8 adds a lot of features into the platform, makes it easier to use. We also added like a little wizard. If you're just installing the platform, you will get an easy to use wizard to help you get set up, and you will have Cornelius already installed within the platform, like this public version of the Cornelius, that you can then extend yourself and do something with that. If you have any questions, suggestions, feature requests, you can always use this functionality in the bottom right. There's an agent that will respond to your questions, but there's also an ability to report a bug or request a feature or provide a feedback. Feel free to use that. We're monitoring that closely to improve the product as we go. And as always, documentation website is your best place to find help, as well as my YouTube channel where I publish updates and videos about Trinity. Also, almost every Thursday we are running workshops, and feel free to register to those workshops at ability.ai/workshops. You will learn how we master agent loops and how we use Cornelius and how we do a lot of other stuff. So feel free to join us for those workshops if you want to learn how to work with Trinity in more detail. Other than that, thank you very much and have a good day.